What's up guys, Joe Parfanuk here and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today's video, we are going to cover one of the most important things that you need to know when you start out with online arbitrage. And that is order cancellations. This is a common struggle many beginners face, and this is when a website cancels your order, and it's usually because you ordered too large of a quantity or they flagged your credit card as fraud. There are many ways to get around this, and I'm going to cover all of them today so you can focus on your business's growth instead of dealing with dreaded order cancellation. With that being said, let's get into the tutorial, and as always, if you got value, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into it.
What's up guys? Welcome to the tutorial on how to avoid order cancellations. Now, in like 99% of cases, using PayPal will help you get around order cancellations. There are obviously some other ways that we can dive into, and these will also help with certain websites and their order cancellations. So PayPal is offered at 99% of websites checkouts, and you're gonna want to check out with it by default. And the reason is because PayPal shields your billing info and your credit card info. So when you keep using the same credit card over and over again, it kind of hides it, so the website doesn't know that you're doing repeat orders. They can't really tell if you're using PayPal. So it's kind of a way to shield. And the reason why sometimes websites will cancel the orders is they think it's fraud. Normally, sometimes websites are anti-reseller. So you do want to focus on the websites that want your money and are reseller friendly. And there are hundreds of websites out there that are reseller friendly. But PayPal is the main method that I utilize to get around order cancellations. There are obviously VPNs, which we're going to cover in a second. There's virtual credit cards, and there's jigging your address, which I can cover here with the Target checkout. So we have this Target checkout here, and what you're going to want to look for is on these websites, you're going to want to look for the offer where you can check out with PayPal. So you can use PayPal here, go to PayPal, create your login, completely free to set up a PayPal, add all your credit cards to it, and then you will have basically a shielded billing information and a shielded credit card. They won't be able to see the exact number. Where they can see it when you type in the credit card, credit and debit information here. So I have the jigging address thing is here. Here's how we're going to show you how to do this. So in the shipping information, where you go to the address, you can jig the address. So let's say we're looking at 123 Main Street here. So what you can do is, let's say you want to jig the address. You can put house 1. So let's say we're putting, that's how we would do it. So house 1, 123 Main Street, we hit save and continue. And that's jigging your address. You can obviously do something like, if it's a residential, it's not really going to matter. You can do building A or something like that. And they're obviously going to drop it off at that address. So it won't really matter if you put house 1 or you put house A or whatever. They're going to just drop it off at the door that they see. So that's a way that you can kind of make a unique address and then jig it, and essentially gets you around order cancellations. And there are a few other methods that we are going to cover as well. So using PayPal and jigging your address are the two first methods that you can use to help get around order cancellations. The next thing, we have a VPN. Now this is going to work very well for some websites, and then some websites will actually cancel your order with the VPN. So obviously you're going to want to test it out. If you get a cancel first, maybe try with the VPN. It will help you get around order cancellations. And that is just basically a virtual address, basically a virtual IP address that is not yours. So IP address is a certain thing that causes a lot of cancellations. If they see many orders come from the same IP address, they will flag it, and that is why the orders can get canceled. So you want to use a unique IP address here by using a VPN. So this is the one that I use, and my VAs use this as well. So they use it to get into websites and have access to it, because when they're in the Philippines, they're not really able to access some websites. So that's something you should get for your VA as well. This one is super cheap, so you can pay $9.99 a month or $5 a month for a year. And if you have VAs, it's a no-brainer to get this. But this will help you get around order cancellations, and I can show you how it looks in a second. So this is how it looks. So the VPN Unlimited, I updated. So let's say I want to be in California. I can hit start, and then the VPN shows my IP address as California, and it gives me a unique IP address. So now I'm connected under the IP. And you can obviously disconnect, but that's how the VPN works, and it's $60 for the year, or you can pay $200 lifetime or $9.99 a month. Super helpful to kind of get a new IP address basically without using your own, which has been flagged by a website, let's say. And then the other two are virtual credit cards. So these two links here, this is what you can do when you check out with Google Pay or you check out with Chrome. So with Chrome, you can save your Amex card to it, and it will give you the option to use a virtual credit card. And this is another way that I'm using to get around order cancellations, is using a unique credit card. So it creates a different number and different expiration and all that stuff every single time that you go to checkout. So you have a unique credit card. So let's say you keep using the same credit card over and over again, and that's why you're getting cancels. You can use this, and then it will give you a unique credit card every single time. So you have a different number, different everything. And that's how you can get around a lot of order cancellations. I use this all the time when I'm checking out and I'm worried I'm going to get canceled. I use the virtual credit card, and it seems to work 9 times out of 10. And you can do this with Amex. You could also do this with Capital One. The only downside is if you have Chase cards. I haven't really found a way to use it with Chase, but if anyone has one, feel free to drop it in the comments. But Capital One, you can enroll your card in a virtual credit card, and then you'll have a different number, just like you do with Amex. So if you search Capital One virtual credit card, you can find this page. And I believe you make it on the Capital One mobile app, but it works just like an actual credit card number and allows you to shop. It's for added security, they say, but you can use it to get around order cancellations. So that's another thing that you can do as well to kind of hide your credit card and your identity and stuff like that. So the final one is using multiple email addresses. And this is kind of combined with like spacing your orders out. So if you seem to get cancels because you're spamming orders, usually that's going to happen. They think it's fraud if you place 10 orders in a row, a lot of websites. So what I do is I'll place an order in the morning, order in the afternoon, order in the evening when I'm worried they're going to cancel my orders. There are some websites that don't care. I can place 10 orders in a row. But for a website that does, I'll spread my orders out so it basically limits the odds of the order getting canceled. But and another extra layer to do that is getting a domain. So you can set up a Google domain, and I'll explain what this is in a second. So you get the domain from Squarespace, and you can type in, let's say we're doing oaorders.com. So that would be our domain, oaorders.com. You pay $12 a year for that domain. And what it does basically is, let's say we are ordering with Target.com. We're ordering something and we're using our email address as jp@oaorders.com. And we're routing that domain to our original email address. Let's say you're using joe@gmail.com. So all the orders under that domain, let's say we do ja@oa.com, that will go to the original email address that you used for Gmail. So as long as you route it, which you can do with when you set up this domain, you can do that within Google. You can embed the emails to go to your order, to go to your original email. And there's a really good YouTube video that I can point out for you as well on how to do that. YouTube video right here. It's from SoFlo Sneakers, unlimited email addresses. You can type this in and you can basically watch this video, and it'll show you how to get around these types of order cancellations by creating a domain that basically is, let's say, oaorders.com, and it's rerouting to your original email address. So you can do JA, JB, JC, JD, and those are all unique different email addresses. So you technically have 4 email addresses, but they're all going to the same original inbox. And that's basically what I'm trying to say here. It kind of sounds complicated, but when you break it down, it's actually pretty simple. And that's a big way to get around order cancellations, and also just to basically reuse coupon codes and stuff like that as well. So that's another thing that I do, to reuse coupon codes when I have a catch-all. But all of these strategies work really well. PayPal is probably my favorite because it's just very simple and it shields a lot of stuff. Virtual credit cards would probably be second to that. And yeah, try out all these methods. If you're struggling with order cancellations, I promise you, you will have a lot less issues once you start to implement this stuff. But yeah, hope you guys got value from this video. And as always, if you did, please drop a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you on the next one.